All right, first and foremost, all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wabrakakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. So a lot of us, we have to go clock in to a 9 to 5. Some of us may own businesses, but you may not own some nationwide business. Your business may only be local. Nevertheless, we're not on the same status as some other men in this society. You know, Jay-Z, Kanye West. And even thinking of them, they even show they still are under the authority of Esau Edom. Okay? Seeing that we are average guys, we're not average in the eyes of the Lord if we're of the elect. We are future rulers in the world to come. And the world to come I'm speaking of is based off of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. And right now, currently, we are in Esau's world. Esau is actually fulfilling his blessing. So this is a very, very particular moment in prophecy. And seeing that Esau is coming to the end of his blessing, Jacob is the one that follows. Man, these chariots are out here, man. There's a lot of chariots in the sky. I was even standing outside of my house just not too long ago, and I didn't really count, but there had to have been at least 50 chariots in the sky. It was beautiful, and I'm looking at one right now. But the meek are going to inherit the earth. So all we have to do is hold on to our faith. You know, keep doing this work. Don't let this world distract you into thinking that you have to be some celebrity. You know, you have to bend over. Literally, you have to bend over to become someone here. Ain't that funny? In order for you to be looked at as the man, you got to lose your manhood. In order for you to be looked at as spectacular, you got to be a spectacle on some sodomite porno, right? If you want to have a reputation, you want to live forever, well, you have to become a demon, sacrifice your family members, right, or whoever you love. Then you end up being a sacrifice. So you end up dying. You don't live forever. Your name lives for a while, but then not everybody knows of you. Who are the most popular people on earth? Israelites. So-called Jesus Christ is a so-called black man. Who you know as the 12 disciples, so-called black men. Job, Amos, Jeremiah. The list goes on and on and on. All the prophets were so-called black men. People have heard about them, and they didn't have to sell their souls to the devil. The meek are going to be the ones to inherit the earth. And true masculinity isn't based off of your money. True manhood isn't based off of your status in this world. True manhood is having integrity for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, standing up for the Lord. Okay? A lot of these men of today, they're not going to make it. All right? Let's go to Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 13. And it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen. Look, our men are such a curse among the heathen that even our own women will disrespect us in front of the heathen. Our own women will try to say, oh, the black man ain't ish. His credit's all messed up. You know, this and that. They all gangsters and thugs. But then this same woman is getting bent over by Tyrone and Tyshawn. And we're in a society where people like to pretend to be one thing and they're doing the exact opposite. You know, this world is nonsense. But we're under such a curse that our women hate us. Then we're among the heathen. Of course, they hate us. All right? Our own family members despise us. Why? Because of our spirit. The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Just imagine the feeling of knowing you're going to be transformed from really just being a peasant, because we're peasants right now. We're on a very base level. Even if you were a millionaire, you are still a peasant. Okay, you are still under the authority of Esau Edom. You may have a more comfortable life in some ways, okay, but the problems don't go away, and you're still a peasant. Look at what happened to Kanye. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has been constantly showing this man, nigga, you ain't as powerful as you think you are. I can have Amalek shut you down, okay? Because this is not your time. And you're proud, and the Lord hates a proud man. All right? The humble are going to receive the kingdom of heaven. The humble, theirs is the world to come. The humble are going to be the first to go from these curses to the blessings. Because right now we are under these curses hardcore, man. And it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, speaking of the southern and northern kingdom, all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you men, the Lord is talking to you, all right? In particular, you men who have woken up and you believe. That chariot is gleaming along with these other ones. Every time I see these chariots in the night sky, it's just like seeing a black shirt with diamonds all over it. And it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and you shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. So we shouldn't fear. And we understand the devil's going to come down upon our people with great wrath, because these heathen, they despise us. They despise us so much that they're willing to slaughter their own people, because they know the seed of Jacob is everywhere. They're willing to slaughter their own and other nations in order to overtake Jacob and to keep the birthright. And they know that if they were to jump the gun, that eventually Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will make a move. So somehow, some way, the Lord is going to put the spirit on these nations, whoever's the one to crack it off, to just get it done. Get to the point, let's make it happen. And when things get serious, don't fear, be strong.
Notification.
Okay? Because we are in that transition period from going from, being under these curses to the blessings. Right now I'm going to work. This is a freaking curse, man. I don't love my job. I settle, I'm content, but that's the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Back in the world, I'd be trying to seek more. Back in the world, my desires were, more than what they are now in a sense of worldliness. I wanted the mansion, the cars, the women. I wanted all that stuff. But to hell with all that shit, man. All that will come in the kingdom. And fuck a car, I want a chariot. I want chariots, man. I want multiple chariots. But we gonna see what the Lord has lined up for us, man. Because we are about to receive glory. So be we endure and we hold on. Okay? It's going to be a beautiful thing when the heathen see us go from being so-called nobodies, being the scum of the earth, to being shown that, we're the Lord's people. Joel chapter 2 and verse 19. Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, Behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. Just imagine how that would feel to know that these curses have been lifted up off of us. And we're no longer despised among the heathen. We're no longer despised amongst our women, despised amongst our own people. Just that feeling alone, that will be such a relief. You know, as a so-called black man in my day-to-day, I feel the hatred. You know, I know people despise me. I know I'm disliked. And it's not because I'm a scumbag. It's not because I'm, you know, smacking people and hitting licks and popping men's wives and, you know, bullying people. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's because, you know, these people are in great darkness, and this truth has caused us to have the light. We have the light. All right, thanks to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And they get offended by that, because anyone who's been in the darkness knows that if you shine a light on someone who's been in the dark, their pupils have to adjust to such a bright light to where it could become annoying. It could become an annoyance. These people are annoyed by our spirit because our works are righteous, theirs are wicked. You know? And the light exposes what's in the dark. People know we ain't taking their shit. You know, ultimately it's the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's not taking their shit. Okay? So it would be such a relief to just know we're going to go from being hated by everybody to being loved, to having power, okay? To having our heart's desires. Psalms chapter 110 and verse 3. Because typically you got to think, we already have the power. We're already rich. It's just not that time quite yet. If it's written in the Bible, it's already done. It's already stamped. All right? Psalms 110 and 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness. From the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. So when we get that power, we're going to be prime time forever, man. We ain't going to never age. We ain't going to never get old. We ain't going to never hunger or thirst. We ain't going to never experience sadness and sorrow and envy or jealousy from others, being envious or jealous of others. We are going to be in complete peace. All right? So I look forward to these curses being uplifted off of us, man. And I truly believe it wholeheartedly. And that's also what keeps me hopeful, is knowing that this isn't even it. This ain't the only life we live. This ain't it. In fact, this is the final hoorah before we become immortal. I mean, that's comforting to me, at least. You know, I know a lot of people, they have their way of thinking. They see things differently. You know, you may not see it that way. Me, how I feel, I know for a fact that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is truly, truly about to lift these curses off of his people very soon. All you have to do is just look at what's happening all throughout the earth. All right? And I'm looking forward to being decked out like we used to be, man. Let me see if I can close it with this. I got to get into this job. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 11. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thine hands and a chain on thy neck. That's why our people like to wear jewelry. It's in our spirit. All right? These rappers and these celebrities, you think they started that? No, it's in our spirit. Okay? And I put a jewel on thy forehead and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thine head. Thou wast decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen, and silk, embroidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. So, seeing that the Lord had us decked out, we were looking beautiful at one time, man. We were in our glory. Well, how much more in the kingdom to come? How much more in what's awaiting us, man? So we got to, work these little punk ass jobs. We might own, or run a little business or something like that. We have so much more coming to us, man. And once we get it, oh my goodness, we're not even going to understand until we receive it. But we're going to look back and just acknowledge, I knew I was in a dunghill, but I didn't acknowledge how bad it was until until now. I lived a horrible captivity. It was horrible. You know, so look forward to the glory, man. Look forward to that power. You know, look forward to being changed, but it comes with a change on this side. It comes with action. So I'm going ahead and wrap it up. I got to get to this job. Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wa Rakakwadash, Shalom.